Good evening, brothers and sisters. I'm not going to stand up here and give you a feel-good message with no substance. I'm going to talk about something real, something that can change your life if you let it consistency. Now, consistency is not glamorous. It's not about the big moments or the flashes of success that the world loves to highlight. No, consistency is about what you do in the quiet, in the small moments when no one's watching. It's the daily grind, the commitment to the process, and the determination to keep going even when everything in you says stop. Consistency is not glamorous, but it is essential. It's not the flashy moments or the big wins that define success. It's the quiet, often unnoticed, acts of discipline that build something meaningful. When you look at the lives of people who have achieved greatness, it's not just their talent that stands out, it's their commitment to showing up day in and day out, even when no one is applauding them. There's no spotlight on those early mornings, late nights, or the hours spent in the background honing a skill or mastering a craft. But it's in those moments where real progress is made. The problem is, we live in a world that celebrates the outcome, not the journey. We see the championships, the awards, the recognition, but rarely do we see the grind that went into it. The sweat, the frustration, the failures along the way, those are the parts that don't make it to the highlight reel. But those are the moments that matter the most. Because consistency isn't just about doing something over and over again, it's about pushing through when you don't feel like it, when you're tired, when the results aren't immediate. It's about committing to the process, trusting that every small step is building towards something greater, even if you don't see it yet. It's easy to be consistent when things are going well, when you're motivated, when everything feels aligned. But real consistency shows up in the hard times when you're discouraged, when the road gets rough, when it feels like nothing is working. That's when most people quit. That's when people walk away, frustrated that the progress isn't faster, that the rewards aren't immediate. But the ones who keep going, who stay committed to the grind, they understand something that others don't. True success isn't about quick wins. It's about building a foundation so strong that no matter what comes, you can withstand it. That's why consistency is essential. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. It's not glamorous, but it's what turns dreams into reality. Because talent and inspiration will only take you so far. The rest, that's discipline, that's consistency, and that's what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Everyone wants results, but very few are willing to commit to the process that leads to those results. The truth is, the outcome you're chasing, whether it's success in your career, personal growth, or achieving a dream, doesn't just happen overnight. It's the result of a journey, a series of steps that require dedication, hard work, and most importantly, patience. We live in a world where instant gratification is the norm. People want quick fixes, fast solutions, and immediate success. But the reality is, anything worth having takes time. It takes persistence, and it takes an unwavering commitment to the process. The process is where growth happens. It's where you learn, where you make mistakes, and where you find out what you're really made of. The process is the grind. It's the repetitive actions, the long hours, the sacrifices you make that no one sees. It's the early mornings and late nights, the times when you feel like quitting but push forward anyway. That's what the process looks like. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it's necessary. Without it, there are no results. You can't expect to plant a seed today and see a fully grown tree tomorrow. It takes time for roots to take hold, for growth to happen underground where no one can see it. The same is true for the process. You may not see the results right away, but that doesn't mean the work you're putting in isn't making a difference. It's in the daily effort and the consistency that progress is made. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Too often people give up because they don't see immediate results. They think the process isn't working because the rewards aren't visible. But those who succeed understand that the process is working, even when it feels like nothing is happening. They know that every action, no matter how insignificant it seems in the moment, is contributing to the bigger picture. They trust the process, knowing that the results will come if they remain committed. Committing to the process means accepting that there will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. It means being patient with yourself and with the journey. It means understanding that success is not a straight line, but a series of ups and downs, wins and losses. The process is not something you can shortcut. You have to go through it. You have to endure the hard parts to get to the rewards. There's no other way. If you're not willing to commit to the process, then you're not truly committed to the results, because the two are inseparable. The process is what shapes you, what prepares you, and what ensures that when the results do come, you're ready for them. It's not just about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. The work you put in, the lessons you learn, and the perseverance you develop, all of that is part of the process. And when the results finally come, they're that much sweeter because you know you earned them. Emotions are powerful. They can drive us to take bold steps to reach for things we never thought possible. But emotions can also be unpredictable, inconsistent, and at times misleading. When we allow our emotions to dictate our actions, we run the risk of making decisions based on temporary feelings rather than long-term goals. Emotions can be fleeting. What feels urgent today may not matter tomorrow. What feels impossible in a moment of doubt may later seem achievable with a clear head. That's why relying solely on emotions to guide our actions can lead us astray. There will be days when you feel excited, motivated, and ready to take on the world. And then there will be days when you're tired, frustrated, or discouraged. If you let your emotions dictate your actions, you'll find yourself working hard on the good days and giving up on the bad ones. That kind of inconsistency can stop progress in its tracks. It's easy to work hard when you're feeling inspired, but true success comes from showing up even when you don't feel like it, when the excitement has faded and the challenges seem overwhelming. You have to learn how to separate what you feel from what you know you need to do. Your goals, your dreams, your vision for your future, they can't rely on the ups and downs of your emotions. They have to be built on something stronger, something more stable. Discipline, commitment. These are the things that carry you through when your emotions try to pull you off course. When emotions are in control, they can distort your perspective. Fear can make you hesitate when you should act. Anger can make you react impulsively when you need to pause and think. Sadness can convince you that things will never get better, even when the situation is temporary. Emotions, left unchecked, can lead to actions that don't serve your long-term purpose. That's why you need to be aware of them. Acknowledge them, but not let them drive your decisions. This doesn't mean emotions are bad. They're a natural part of being human, and they can give you insight into what matters to you. But emotions are like weather, they change. You can feel one way in the morning and completely different by the afternoon. If you allow yourself to be carried by every emotional shift, your actions will be as unpredictable as the emotions themselves. And unpredictability won't help you build anything lasting. Instead, you need to rely on habits, discipline, and the vision you've set for yourself. When the emotions tell you to quit, your discipline reminds you to keep going. When frustration tells you it's not worth it, your commitment tells you to stay the course. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward, no matter what emotions are trying to steer you in another direction. It's important to recognize your emotions and understand where they're coming from. But more important is your ability to decide whether or not they should influence your actions. Your feelings can inform you, but they shouldn't control you. You can acknowledge that you're feeling tired, but still choose to push through. You can admit that something feels overwhelming, but still take that next small step. When you let discipline, rather than emotion, guide your actions, you develop resilience. You train yourself to stay steady, regardless of how you feel. You learn that you are in control, not your emotions. And in the end, it's that steady, consistent effort that brings real results. Not the emotional highs, not the motivational bursts, but the everyday commitment to doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel in the moment. Progress is often slow, and that's something many people struggle with. We live in a world that glorifies speed, where success is measured by how fast you can achieve it. We see overnight sensations, quick wins, and instant results all around us. And it creates this illusion that progress should happen in a straight line, quickly and without struggle. But real progress, the kind that lasts, is rarely fast. It's steady, and it comes in small, incremental steps that can often feel frustratingly slow. When you're working toward a goal, it's easy to get caught up in wanting immediate results. You put in effort, you invest your time, and you expect to see a return right away. But the truth is, real growth doesn't happen that way. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in a marathon, you can't rush through the miles. You have to pace yourself, understanding that each step, no matter how small, is moving you forward. It may not always feel like progress, but over time, those small steps add up to something significant. One of the biggest challenges with slow progress is staying motivated. When results don't come quickly, it's easy to feel like your efforts aren't paying off. But this is where patience comes in. You have to trust that the work you're doing is leading you somewhere, even if you can't see the full picture yet. It's like planting a seed. You water it, you nurture it, but you don't see the growth right away. It takes time for the roots to take hold, for the seed to sprout, and for the plant to grow. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean growth isn't happening. The slowness of progress also teaches you valuable lessons. When things don't come easily or quickly, you learn patience, persistence, and resilience. You learn how to push through when the excitement wears off, when the initial burst of energy fades, and when it feels like nothing is happening. These moments of slow progress test your commitment. They challenge you to keep going, to keep putting in the work, even when you're not seeing immediate rewards. There's a reason why the phrase slow and steady wins the race has stood the test of time. Because while fast progress might give you a temporary high, it's the steady, consistent effort that builds something lasting. When you rush through something, you might get quick results. But those results often don't last. Fast progress can be unstable, built on shaky ground, but slow, steady progress is solid. It's built on a strong foundation because you've taken the time to do the work properly, step by step. You also have to remember that slow progress is still progress. Just because you're not moving as fast as you'd like doesn't mean you're not moving forward. Every day that you show up, put in the effort, and keep going, you're getting closer to where you want to be. It may not be obvious at first, but when you look back, you'll see how far you've come. And that's the beauty of slow progress. It sneaks up on you. One day, after months or even years of steady effort, you'll realize that you're not the same person you were when you started. You've grown, you've learned, and you've achieved things you never thought possible. Progress, by its very nature, is about moving forward. It's not about how fast you get there, but about making sure you're taking steps in the right direction. And as long as you keep moving, no matter how slow it feels, you are progressing. The key is to not get discouraged by the pace. Focus on the journey, not just the destination. Embrace the process, knowing that each day of effort is building something stronger and more resilient. Slow progress requires faith in yourself, faith in the process, and faith that the time and energy you're investing will eventually pay off. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Because when you finally reach your goal, the satisfaction you feel won't just be about achieving the result. It'll be about knowing that you earned it step by step with steady, consistent effort over time. Talent can open doors for you. It can get you noticed, make you stand out in a crowd, and give you opportunities that others may not have. Whether it's natural ability, intellect, or special skill, talent is often the thing that puts you in the position to succeed. But talent alone is never enough. It's just the beginning. Talent might get you through the door, but it won't keep you in the room unless you have the discipline, the work ethic, and the consistency to back it up. The world is full of talented people. There are athletes with natural strength and speed, musicians with incredible rhythm and voice, and professionals with sharp minds and creative ideas. But not all of them reach the top, and even fewer stay there. Why? Because talent is only the raw material. It's what you do with that talent that determines how far you go. And the truth is, the moment you rely solely on talent, you've already limited your potential. Consistency is what transforms talent into mastery. It's the hours of practice, the repetition of small tasks, and the commitment to continuous improvement that turns natural ability into something exceptional. Without consistency, talent becomes stagnant. You might have a gift, but if you're not constantly working to refine and sharpen that gift, you'll eventually be surpassed by someone with less talent but more dedication. Talent can sometimes make things easy in the beginning. It can give you an edge early on, but that advantage doesn't last forever. In the real world, everyone has to face challenges, obstacles, and competition. And when things get tough, talent alone won't be enough to carry you through. This is where consistency comes in. It's the ability to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, even when the initial excitement fades or when things don't come as easily as they once did. Consistency means doing the hard work, even when no one is watching. It's about showing up on the days when you don't feel like it, putting in effort when you're tired, and staying focused on the long-term goal rather than distracted by short-term gains. It's easy to rely on talent when everything is going well, but when you face setbacks, when you encounter failure, or when things don't go as planned, consistency is what keeps you moving forward. The people who achieve lasting success are the ones who understand that talent is just one piece of the puzzle. They know that to truly excel, they have to combine their talent with relentless effort, discipline, and a willingness to keep improving. It's not just about being good at something, it's about striving to be better every single day. And that requires consistency. Consistency builds trust. When people see that you're reliable, that you deliver results time after time, they start to believe in you, not just in your talent, but in your work ethic and your character. Whether it's in your job, your relationships, or your personal goals, people want to know that they can count on you to show up and do what you said you would do. Talent might get you the opportunity, but it's your consistency that earns you the respect and the confidence of those around you. There's also a humility and consistency that talent alone doesn't always bring. Talent can sometimes lead to overconfidence, to thinking that you don't need to put in the same effort as others because things come naturally to you. But consistency requires you to recognize that you always have more to learn, that you can always get better, and that no matter how talented you are, there's always room for growth. It's that mindset that keeps you from becoming complacent and keeps you pushing forward, even when you've already achieved some level of success. At the end of the day, talent is a gift, but consistency is a choice. You can't control how much talent you're born with, but you can control how hard you work, how disciplined you are, and how committed you are to your goals. Consistency is what turns potential into performance. It's the difference between someone who gets a shot and someone who makes the most of that shot. It's the thing that keeps you in the room when others have already left. In any field, the people who rise to the top are rarely the most naturally gifted. They're the ones who put in the work day after day, who stay focused when others get distracted, and who keep pushing forward long after others have given up. Talent might light the spark, but consistency is what keeps the fire burning. It's what ensures that you not only reach your goals, but that you stay there, continuing to grow, improve, and achieve more over time. Consistency is often misunderstood. People sometimes think that being consistent means being perfect, never making mistakes, or always getting it right. But that's not what consistency is about at all. Consistency is about persistence, not perfection. It's about showing up again and again, even when things don't go as planned, even when you fall short of your own expectations, and even when the road is rough and full of setbacks. It's about having the determination to keep moving forward, despite the obstacles, despite the mistakes, and despite the imperfections. Perfection is an unrealistic standard. No one is perfect, and trying to be perfect can actually hold you back. If you're constantly chasing perfection, you'll find yourself hesitating, second-guessing, and overthinking every move. You'll be so focused on not making mistakes that you might stop making progress altogether. But persistence, that's different. Persistence is about embracing the journey, understanding that mistakes are part of the process, and knowing that progress, not perfection, is the real goal. When you're persistent, you don't let setbacks define you. You don't give up just because something didn't go as planned or because you didn't get it right the first time. You accept that failure is a natural part of growth, and you use those failures as stepping stones to get closer to where you want to be. Persistence is what keeps you going after the excitement fades, after the initial motivation wears off, and when the hard work begins to feel like a grind. It's about sticking with something long enough to see the results, even when those results seem distant. Consistency doesn't mean that you won't make mistakes. In fact, the more consistent you are, the more likely you are to encounter mistakes along the way. But each mistake is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to improve. Persistence means you take those lessons in stride. You don't see mistakes as reasons to quit or as evidence that you're not capable. Instead, you see them as part of the process of getting better. Every time you stumble, you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. That's what it means to be consistent. People who chase perfection often burn out. They become discouraged because perfection is impossible to achieve, and they end up feeling like they're constantly falling short. But those who focus on persistence know that progress is made in small, steady steps. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing something every day that moves you closer to your goal. It's about taking action, even when it's imperfect, because action is what leads to growth. Persistence also requires resilience. When things don't go your way, when you encounter unexpected challenges, it's persistence that helps you push through. It's easy to be consistent when everything is going smoothly, but it's persistence that keeps you consistent when life throws you curveballs. You keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when it feels like you're not making any progress, and even when doubt creeps in. Persistence is what allows you to stay in the game long enough to see the payoff. In the long run, persistence outshines perfection every time. Perfection is rigid, it leaves no room for growth or for learning from mistakes. Persistence, on the other hand, is flexible. It allows for course corrections, for adapting to new information, and for growing stronger through each challenge. When you're persistent, you understand that success is not about being flawless. It's about being resilient, adaptable, and committed to the journey, no matter how long it takes or how many bumps you hit along the way. Perfection might seem like the ideal, but it's persistence that actually gets you where you want to go. Perfection is focused on the end result, while persistence is focused on the process. And it's the process, the day in, day out effort, the willingness to keep going despite the setbacks that ultimately leads to success. Perfection may seem attractive, but it's persistence that builds character, strength, and lasting achievements. Consistency is persistence means you don't give up because things aren't perfect. You don't stop because it's hard, or because you've made a mistake, or because you haven't seen results yet. You understand that the road to success is long and sometimes messy, but you keep moving forward anyway. You know that what really matters is not how perfect you are, but how determined you are to keep going, no matter what. That's what makes consistency powerful. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent enough to never stop striving for better. Success isn't about grand gestures or one-time efforts. It's about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and staying committed to your goals, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, and even when no one is watching. The truth is, success is built in the quiet moments, in the small, seemingly insignificant actions that, over time, add up to something remarkable. It's not the big breakthrough that defines success, but the daily grind, the continuous effort to move forward, even when progress seems slow or invisible. When you show up every day, you're making a statement to yourself and to the world you're committed. You're not just interested in achieving your goals, you're invested in them. You understand that success isn't something that happens overnight or through shortcuts. It's something you earn by being present and putting in the effort consistently. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan, but about taking action now every day and letting those actions compound over time. There will be days when you're motivated, when everything seems to be falling into place and the work feels easy. But those days are rare. Most days, success looks like waking up and doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel the spark of motivation. It looks like grinding through the tough moments, staying focused when distractions pull at you, and continuing to push forward when you feel like you're standing still. That's what showing up means. It's about doing the work day after day, even when you don't see immediate results. It's easy to show up when you're winning, when you're seeing progress, and when everything is going smoothly. But the real test comes when things aren't going your way, when you face setbacks, when your progress stalls. To be someone who can be counted on to follow through no matter what. Success requires this kind of commitment because the journey is long and there will be countless moments when you'll be tempted to quit. But if you've made a habit of showing up, quitting becomes harder. You've already put in too much work to walk away. This daily commitment also builds trust not just with others, but with yourself. When you show up every day, you start to trust your own ability to follow through. You prove to yourself that you're capable of doing the hard things, of pushing through discomfort, and of sticking with something even when it's tough. This self-trust is critical because it fuels your belief in your ability to succeed. It gives you the confidence to take on bigger challenges and the assurance that no matter what happens, you'll keep showing up. Consistency also creates momentum. Each day that you show up, you build on the work you did the day before. It might not feel like much in the moment, but over time, those small efforts start to snowball. What felt impossible at first becomes manageable, then routine. What once required enormous effort becomes second nature. Success doesn't come from one big leap, it comes from the accumulation of small daily steps that push you closer to your goal. And here's the thing, showing up every day doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You don't have to hit it out of the park every single time. Some days your best effort might feel like barely enough, but that's okay. What matters is that you're there, that you're putting in the work, and that you're moving forward, even if it's just by an inch. Over time, those inches add up. The people who succeed aren't the ones who always get it right. They're the ones who keep showing up no matter what. Success isn't glamorous most of the time. It's not about the highlight reel or the moments of glory. It's about the unseen hours, the early mornings, the late nights, and the countless repetitions that don't make it to the spotlight. It's about doing the work when no one is watching, when no one is cheering you on, and when the rewards seem far off. But when you show up every day, you're laying the foundation for those moments of success. You're doing the work that will eventually lead to the results you're chasing. The reality is, there will always be obstacles. Life will throw challenges your way, distractions will pop up, and there will be times when it feels easier to quit than to keep going. But the simple act of showing up day in and day out is what separates those who succeed from those who fall short. It's not about talent, luck, or timing, it's about persistence. It's about making the choice every single day to take one more step, to do one more thing, and to keep moving forward, no matter how small the progress might seem. At its core, success is about commitment. It's about being willing to put in the work day after day, even when it's hard, even when you don't see the results right away. It's about showing up for yourself and your dreams, understanding that the journey is long and the road will be tough, but knowing that if you keep showing up, if you keep putting in the effort, you will get there. Believing in yourself through the process is a critical aspect of achieving success. Yet it's often one of the most challenging elements. The journey toward any significant goal is rarely straightforward or easy. It's filled with obstacles, uncertainties, and moments when progress seems slow or even non-existent. In these times, maintaining belief in your own abilities can be difficult, but it is precisely this self-belief that will carry you through the hardships and help you overcome the challenges. Belief in yourself is not just about having confidence in your abilities, It's about trusting in your capacity to navigate through difficulties, to learn from failures, and to keep moving forward despite setbacks. It's understanding that the process will test you, that it will push you to your limits, but knowing that you have the strength and the capability to handle it. This belief is what fuels persistence, the driving force that keeps you engaged with your goals, even when the journey gets tough. Throughout the process, there will be times when self-doubt creeps in. You might question your decisions, your skills, or even your worthiness of success. These moments of doubt are natural, but they don't define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. Believing in yourself means acknowledging these doubts, but not allowing them to dictate your actions or derail your progress. It's about reinforcing your belief with every step you take, with every small victory, and with every challenge you overcome. It's important to remember that belief in yourself is built through action. The more you engage with your goals, the more you practice, and the more you push through difficulties, the stronger your belief will become. Each time you face a challenge and persist, you build confidence in your ability to handle future obstacles. Success is not a matter of innate talent alone, but of resilience and the unwavering faith that you can achieve your goals if you keep working towards them. There will be times when the process seems endless, when the obstacles appear insurmountable, and when the rewards seem distant. In these moments, your belief in yourself becomes a guiding light. It reminds you why you started, why you committed to this journey in the first place. It helps you stay focused on the long-term vision and not get discouraged by temporary setbacks. Believing in yourself is about maintaining faith that each effort, no matter how small, is contributing to your ultimate success. Self-belief also involves recognizing and celebrating small victories along the way. Each step forward, no matter how minor it seems, is a testament to your ability to keep going. By acknowledging these small wins, you reinforce your belief in your capacity to succeed. This positive reinforcement helps build momentum, making it easier to continue working toward your goals even when the going gets tough. Additionally, believing in yourself through the process requires patience. Success doesn't come overnight, and the road to achieving your goals is often longer and more complex than anticipated. Patience is essential because it allows you to maintain your belief in the face of delays and obstacles. It's about trusting that as long as you keep moving forward, you are making progress, even if it's not immediately visible. It's also crucial to surround yourself with support that reinforces your belief. Whether it's mentors, friends, or family, having a network that believes in you and your goals can bolster your own self-belief. These people can offer encouragement, provide perspective, and remind you of your strengths when you start to doubt yourself. Their belief in you can act as a mirror, reflecting the confidence you need to continue pursuing your dreams. Believing in yourself through the process means embracing your strengths and weaknesses. It's about being honest with yourself about where you excel and where you need improvement, and then using that knowledge to grow. Self-belief isn't about ignoring your flaws or pretending you're perfect. It's about understanding that your worth is not defined by your flaws, but by your flaws. But by your willingness to keep striving and improving. Moreover, believing in yourself involves a commitment to learning and evolving. The process will teach you valuable lessons, and being open to learning from every experience, both positive and negative, strengthens your belief in your ability to grow. Each lesson learned, each skill acquired contributes to a deeper confidence in your ability to navigate the complexities of your journey. In essence, believing in yourself through the process is about maintaining a steadfast trust in your ability to succeed despite the ups and downs, the doubts, and the difficulties. It's about knowing that you have what it takes to overcome challenges and to achieve your goals, and being willing to stay the course, even when the journey is arduous. This unwavering belief is what transforms aspirations into achievements and dreams into reality. The process is where success truly resides. It's not just about reaching the final destination or achieving a specific goal. Success is embedded in the journey, in the steps you take, and in the actions you consistently perform along the way. Many people focus solely on the end result, believing that success is a singular event that occurs when you reach your goal. However, the truth is that success is a continuous experience that unfolds throughout the entire process. The process encompasses the daily tasks, the ongoing efforts, and the persistent actions that contribute to achieving a goal. It's where you develop your skills, where you build resilience, and where you learn valuable lessons. It's in the routine of practice, the discipline of hard work, and the commitment to improvement that success is forged. Every step you take in the process, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is a building block toward your ultimate achievement. Focusing solely on the end goal can lead to frustration and disappointment, especially if progress isn't immediate. People often set ambitious targets and become disheartened when the results don't come as quickly as they'd hoped. However, by shifting the focus to the process, you start to appreciate the incremental progress and the growth that occurs along the way. Each challenge you overcome, each skill you master, and each effort you make is a part of the success story. Success is not an isolated event, but a series of moments and efforts that come together. It's the culmination of countless actions and decisions made throughout the journey. When you immerse yourself in the process, you start to recognize that success is not just a destination, but a series of achievements and milestones reached along the way. This perspective helps you stay motivated and engaged as you begin to value the journey itself, not just the outcome. The process also allows you to develop a deeper understanding of your goals and of yourself. As you navigate through the ups and downs, you gain insights into what works, what doesn't, and how to adapt your approach. This continuous learning and adaptation are integral parts of the process, and they contribute to your overall success. The process is where you refine your strategies, where you build the habits that lead to success, and where you cultivate the mindset needed to achieve your goals. Moreover, the process is where you build resilience. Success doesn't come without a share of obstacles and setbacks. The process is where you learn to handle failure, to recover from disappointments, and to keep moving forward despite difficulties. Each challenge faced and overcome during the process strengthens your resolve and prepares you for future success. It's in these moments of adversity that you build the character and perseverance needed to sustain long-term success. When you focus on the process, you also build a foundation of consistency and discipline. Success requires regular effort and commitment, and the process is where these qualities are developed and maintained. By dedicating yourself to the process, you establish routines and practices that keep you moving forward. This consistency is crucial because it ensures that you're continually making progress, even when immediate results are not visible. In essence, the process is where you experience the true essence of success. It's where you grow, learn, and evolve. It's where you confront challenges, develop your skills, and build the habits necessary for achieving your goals. By embracing the process and finding fulfillment in the journey, you not only increase your chances of reaching your goals, but also enrich your experience of success itself. Success is not a destination you reach and then stop. It's a journey you live and breathe every day. When you recognize that the process is where success lives, you start to value every step, every effort, and every lesson learned along the way. This shift in perspective transforms the pursuit of goals into a rewarding and enriching experience, making success not just a final achievement, but an ongoing process of growth and accomplishment. Committing to being better each day is a mindset that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. This commitment is about adopting a daily practice of self-improvement, where each day presents an opportunity to grow, learn, and advance. It's not just about achieving perfection or reaching a specific milestone. It's about continuously evolving and striving to become a better version of yourself every day. The journey towards self-improvement starts with recognizing that progress is incremental. Each day may not bring dramatic changes, but consistent small improvements accumulate over time. This daily commitment involves setting aside time for personal development, whether it's through learning new skills, refining existing ones, or adopting new habits. It's about taking deliberate actions, no matter how minor they may seem, with the intention of enhancing your capabilities and expanding your potential. One of the key aspects of this commitment is setting clear, achievable goals for yourself. These goals serve as daily benchmarks that guide your efforts and keep you focused. They should be specific enough to provide direction, but flexible enough to adapt as you progress. By breaking down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks, you create a roadmap that makes the process of self-improvement more attainable and less overwhelming. Each day presents unique challenges and opportunities. By committing to being better each day, you approach these daily experiences with an open mindset, ready to learn from them. When you encounter obstacles, you view them as opportunities to grow rather than as setbacks. This perspective encourages resilience and adaptability, helping you navigate through difficulties with a focus on continuous improvement rather than on perfection. Reflection is also a crucial part of this daily commitment. Taking time to assess your progress, to understand what worked well and what didn't, allows you to make informed adjustments to your approach. This practice of self-reflection helps you stay aligned with your goals and ensures that you are continually evolving. It's about recognizing your achievements, no matter how small, and using them as motivation to keep pushing forward. The commitment to being better each day also involves cultivating a positive mindset. Embracing challenges with a constructive attitude helps you maintain motivation and stay engaged with your personal growth journey. It's about focusing on solutions rather than dwelling on problems, and about celebrating your progress rather than fixating on shortcomings. This positive outlook makes the process of improvement more enjoyable and sustainable. In addition to personal growth, this commitment extends to how you interact with others. Striving to be better each day means improving your relationships, your communication skills, and your ability to contribute positively to your environment. It involves treating others with kindness and respect, being a supportive team member, and seeking to make a positive impact in your community. This holistic approach to self-improvement enhances not just your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Another important aspect of this commitment is maintaining consistency. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, and it requires a steady, persistent effort. By committing to daily progress, you create a rhythm of continuous growth. This consistency builds momentum and reinforces positive habits, making it easier to stay on track and to integrate improvements into your daily routine. The commitment to being better each day also involves embracing a growth mindset. This means viewing your abilities as expandable through effort and learning rather than as fixed traits. A growth mindset encourages you to take risks, to experiment, and to learn from failures. It fosters an environment where improvement is seen as a natural part of the process rather than as a result of inherent talent or luck. Finally, committing to daily improvement is about being patient and compassionate with yourself. Growth takes time, and there will be days when progress feels slow or when you encounter setbacks. It's important to recognize that these are natural parts of the journey. By being patient and understanding with yourself, you maintain your motivation and ensure that your commitment to being better each day remains sustainable over the long term. In summary, the commitment to being better each day is a powerful approach to personal growth and achievement. It involves setting goals, embracing challenges, reflecting on progress, cultivating a positive mindset, and maintaining consistency. By focusing on continuous improvement, you create a path that leads to greater fulfillment, enhanced capabilities, and a more enriched life. In the end, the commitment to being better each day is what truly shapes our journey towards success. It's not about reaching perfection or attaining an elusive ideal. It's about making steady, purposeful strides toward growth and improvement. Every small effort, every bit of progress, and every challenge faced with determination adds up to a powerful transformation over time. As you commit to being better each day, remember that the journey itself is as valuable as the destination. It's in the daily practice, the ongoing learning, and the relentless pursuit of improvement that you find your true potential. Each day you show up with this mindset, you build a foundation for lasting success and personal fulfillment. So embrace the process, celebrate the small victories, and keep pushing forward. Your commitment to daily growth will not only bring you closer to your goals, but will also enrich your life in ways you never imagined. Believe in the power of incremental progress and trust that by striving to be better each day, you are creating a future that's brighter, more rewarding, and uniquely your own. Keep moving forward and let each day be a testament to your dedication and resilience.